Hey guys, it's CWHD here, and finally, welcome back to Game Breakers. This time we're going to cover a glitch in Super Mario Odyssey that surprisingly still hasn't been patched at the time of this recording. It allows you to take the letters in New Donk City and get them out of their original boundaries. You can do a lot of hilarious things, so let's get into it. So this glitch is actually pretty simple and takes all of 15 seconds to do once you get it down. Over in Metro Kingdom, head down to the little park area with the letters and jump rope challenge. If you capture one of these, you'll notice that you won't have a lot of room to move around in. You can't even reach the other half of the park. But we can change that and go anywhere. All we need is the letter M, any other letter, and the motor scooter. We need the letter M to clip out of bounds so you can use any other letter that you want. I'll also show you how to get that letter out too later in the episode if you really want to. So capture your letter of choice. I'm going to start off using R. Walk over to this corner of boundary facing this way toward the RC car and the Crazy Cap store. Hop out of that letter and capture the M. Bring it over to the same corner as before and get as close to the other letter as possible, but facing this direction towards City Hall. Finally, go and bring the scooter over to the letters. Position yourself here and drive toward the left side of the M. As you begin to get close, jump and then hop off. If you have the proper timing, the scooter will be leaning up against the M almost vertically. This is what we want, so now capture the M again and lightly push the control stick left. The M should push itself inside the other letter in a way that shouldn't happen. Now all you have to do is capture that letter and bam, you're out of bounds. You're now free to walk around the city as a giant block letter. As soon as I saw this glitch, I knew I had to try it out just because of how ridiculous it looks. There's some fun and actually useful things you can do with this glitch, but honestly just running around was entertaining enough. Sadly, you can't jump, so there's only so much you can do on ground level. You can go over here for some platforming, but you will eventually get stuck. The only real way to get up any higher is using the staircase over here. You can climb up and then fall off. Since these letters are never supposed to move up and down, the walking animation continues even though you're not on the ground. You can also cause this umbrella to freak out a little. Now onto the uses for this glitch. You can stand in front of an NPC walking and they'll go right through you. The people are just on a set walking track, so they'll just ignore collision besides Mario. Moving on to a bigger example, these taxis will do the same thing. If you're moving around close to them, they will stop for a second, so just hop out of the letter and stand off to the side. As the letter is inside, recapture it. You'll soon notice an interesting side effect of doing this. Upon running out of the taxi, you'll be sent flying at extreme speeds. Honestly, I had no idea this was even a thing the first time I tried it, so it caught me by surprise. You can do this with any taxi and just go flying and clipping out of bounds and even hit loading zones. I was trying for the longest time to hop out of a letter as it was moving out of bounds. At one point, I got the letter O stuck in the wall just at the edge, so I couldn't recapture it. I also had a weird occurrence where I hit a loading zone in the middle of the street. It took me a second to realize, but I was actually in the dark side of Metro Kingdom. I guess I hit that loading zone where you normally capture the car in the middle of the road and take it over here. I later tried to use I, and I managed to get inside of New Donk City Hall. It's kind of a shot in the dark to get inside one of these buildings as the letters are going so fast. However, I did notice something. Different letters have different speeds. I saw that as the letter I was going pretty slow compared to the fastest, which is A. I was trying so hard to control A while having all this speed just by spinning around, but I eventually flew off the map. I'm wondering if you can keep going in circles over and over until you eventually slow down and come to a stop. But I honestly didn't notice a difference in speed after staying in the map for a little. The speed doesn't just come from taxis either. At one point, I sent a letter flying just trying to get one out of bounds. I'm assuming it occurs when you squeeze something inside of a letter and the collision gets all messed up, as they're inside of each other and have nowhere to go. Regardless, it creates some hilarious results. At one point, I tried to get pushed out of the boundaries with the letter. It still functions like normal, and you can even capture the guy and As for something useful that comes out of this glitch, you can cheat the jump rope minigame. All you have to do is pop out of the letter and stand on top. Now you get to sit there and watch the counter go up. Between the 2 moons you can get with this and the RC section, you could get 3 moons in a very interesting way using this glitch. So going back to before, you can get all the letters out if you want using M. A tip that really helped me was positioning the scooter as left as possible on the letter. That way when you push the control stick left, it'll go straight and not shift off to the side. Since we use the letter M, you can't get it out using the same method. Instead, you have to use the already free A and position it here. Then take the scooter and do a similar jump to before. With a little luck, you can use this to clip M out as well. For some reason, only A works, so it probably has something to do with the shape and the collision. I tried using R considering the shape is kind of similar, but I couldn't get it to work myself. But then again, getting the M out on itself is incredibly difficult. I got it within a few minutes of attempts, but when I tried to do it again, I never could. But anyway, now that we have it out, I tried to use the original glitch method on other areas of the map. I went over to this alleyway with 2 letters and the scooter. Doing the same method, I was able to clip the R inside of the building here. Another fun thing I thought of was stacking the letters on top of each other. I brought them over here to this construction as it's the only way we can gain height. I slowly crept off the side and then fell straight down. I continued this process until I had all these letters stacked on one another. So now that I had this tower, I tried to capture the bottom one, but I accidentally captured the one above it. I was able to shimmy out of the stack, leaving the other 2 letters above it floating. I guess the letters don't update their position until you capture them, so they won't fall if there's nothing below them. So I took the bottom 2 and did the same thing, and now the stack was higher up. I tried to continue upward, but when I reached the height of the construction, I couldn't get up on the letters anymore, so that was that. But I noticed that after capturing the letters, even if you don't touch anything, you can still fall down a second after. That's all for today's episode. If you enjoyed, please drop a like and subscribe. I want to thank everyone for the warm welcome back. I'm extremely excited to be making content again, and I already have a few glitches lined up. But for now, I'm gonna get up out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, see ya!